Hello, this video discusses about high-level process of migrating Snap Manager SQL Server to Snap Center plugin for SQL Server. Here are few reasons to migrate to Snap Center. As compared to Snap Manager, Snap Center gives customer the capability to centrally manage and protect resources on standalone or HA instances. With this upgrade, it allows Snap Center users to update product services and provide new feature without going through the tedious task of manually updating on all servers. Snap Center is almost on par with Snap Manager in feature comparison, and so Snap Manager end of availability was announced last year. With new updates happening in VMware, Windows, SQL Server, and Exchange Server including ONTAP, you will want to move to Snap Center to be supported and take advantages of all the features it has. So, here is a methodology to perform migration in phases. Firstly, assess the current setup, discover all the hosts using Snap Manager for SQL Server, capture the OS and SQL version to validate the compatibility with Snap Center, and then export the backup schedule. On a separate machine, deploy Snap Center and configure initial steps like SVM settings, set up roles and credential within Snap Center. Add host on which database needs to be backed up and push SQL Server plugins for Snap Center. This process can be done via PowerShell commandlet to automate the process in case of multiple hosts to be added. After Snap Center agents are installed, create backup policy and schedule backup. Disable Snap Manager job and allow Snap Center to continue with backup jobs. Migrate metadata of snapshot stored in Snap Vault to Snap Center repository. Note the Snap Vault copies can only be migrated for database residing on physical LAN. Finally, perform switchover. Snap Manager and Snap Center can coexist for a time until snapshot on primary controller expires. Later, Snap Manager can be uninstalled. Here are the list of commandlets which can be handy during migration process. To get the current list of backup schedule to export, use get-sm schedule. Command to migrate Snap Vault snapshots to Snap Center repository, use invoke-sm backup migration. And the command to disable old backup job is get-sm schedule with disable argument. Now let's see a demo on how to move the Snap Vault copies to Snap Center repository. Suppose we have an environment running Snap Manager SQL Server backing up two sales databases and is archived to Snap Vault destination. Database retention policy is set to save 7 copies on primary volume and equal number of copies on secondary volume. In actual scenario, retention on secondary volume may vary from days to months. As mentioned in one of our slides, SMSQL and SESQL can coexist. We have Snap Center set up on a separate instance. We push the Microsoft plugin for SQL Server to target host. After adding the host, click on the Snap Center resource page. Discover the database resources on the Snap Center host and configure backup policy and jobs. Refer demo video on creating SQL backup jobs in Snap Center playlist on YouTube. Now connect to the plugin host from PowerShell using commandlet open-sm connection and passing Snap Center URL as an argument. Now run the command get-sm schedule to gather current job details on Snap Manager. Since the new job is created, disable the Snap Manager SQL Server job using the same commandlet get-sm schedule with additional argument of disable current schedule. Verify the job is disabled from Windows Task Scheduler if required. Now invoke the PowerShell commandlet to migrate the Snap Vault copies to Snap Center. The process may take a while to update the entries in Snap Center. On completion, check the status and the availability of Snap Vault copies from Snap Center resource topology view to ensure you have all the required snapshot copies. Once the primary snapshot copies from the Snap Manager expire, based on the retention policy, delete those primary snapshot copies and uninstall Snap Manager product from target host. Thanks for watching demo. Check out more demos on SnapCenter Server and supported plugin for SQL Server and Exchange on YouTube Snap Center playlist.